Lovely to see you. And welcome, welcome. So if this video goes wrong tonight, it's all Tom's fault, just saying. I asked him for an idea. He said, I think you should just do black and white with a colour. I was like, okay. Actually, if Vanessa's watching, she'll be very happy because she's always asking me to do monochromatic. So we're going to go monochromatic tonight, guys. So I have got my Memento Tuxedo Black ink here. I've got Smokey Slate and I've got Basic Grey. Da, da, da. And then I said, well, what about another colour? What colour are you going to choose? And he said a red.
Purple.
All purple. So I said, well, do you want cherry cobbler, real red, poppy parade? He went, oh, I don't know.
I thought that was Ben and Jerry's you were talking about.
Oh, actually, let's make up a really nice Ben and Jerry's. Espresso with cobbler.
Ooh.
Cherry cobbler.
Yeah,
we used to have chocolate chip, but we don't have chocolate chip anymore.
Then you make a card.
Yeah.
And your viewers have to name what Ben and Jerry name it would have if it was an ice cream with those flavours. There you go.
Oh, isn't that... I'm just looking at YouTube because I am trying to find myself on my on my other device. And look what's just come up. The card Esther made you for your birthday a year ago. Right, let's find my channel. So, hi everybody, nice to see you. So, hi, Esther, Cindy, Delinda, Martina. Who else is here? Jan, Monica, Mr. Linda. Lovely to see you guys. Thank you for coming in and catching up with me, especially if you're watching on the replay. I know not everybody can catch me on the live for various reasons. You know, life happens. Heidi, hi Heidi. Good morning. Oh, purple is for morning. Okay, so morning, not morning, especially if combined with grey and black. Oh, right, okay, we might keep away from that tonight. Want to stamp? Yeah, even though we're going with monochromatic colours, we're kind of trying to create something more grungy as opposed to sad. But you never know. Okay, so when building up a kind of grungy piece of artwork, I tend to start light and then build up because of course you can always add but you can't take away. And we'll start with some sort of textural stuff in the background. So let me just go through quickly the stamp sets I've chosen. Doesn't mean that we're going to just stick to these, but we'll have a go. So we've got Circle Celebration, Tranquil Thoughts. Now this is its first outing publicly, this one. And then Fancy Phrases. So some of you have seen me use this, but that was for your exclusive video in January. And yeah, we'll see what we can do with this. So, hi Miss Esther. Hi Amanda. Nice to see you. Hi Miss Glenna. Oh, I have to laugh. May sometimes has online lessons with some of her friends. Well, they've become friends now. There were people that she knew before as well, and her cousin in Zambia. And whenever sometimes they're left to kind of lead the class, like if the work is kind of set, I overhear them chatting to each other, and May's like, so Miss Hawthorne, blah de blah, so can you read this paragraph? And Miss Ham, please could you... And they refer to each other as Miss whatever. It's so funny. I think they're sort of like pretending to be teachers or something. They're like also grown up, you know. But it's cute. I think it's important that children understand how to address their elders. Like when I used to work in the hairdressers, Esther will tell you this as well. We called everybody sir and madam. You know, everybody was, yes, madam, you know, madam, sir. And even if they were like, oh, it's okay, just call me Iris. And we were like, oh, no, madam. And you Oh, yes. Happy anniversary, Amanda. Yes, 30th anniversary, Tom.
Wow.
Have you had a nice day? Have you done anything special? Did he do anything special, Miss Amanda? Hello, Helen Rose from Australia. Lovely to have you with us. Okay, so just getting a bit of that background down. I don't know where this is heading. I'm just stamping and hoping for the best, to be quite honest with you. Right, what's next? What's next, Tom? What's next? I'm just going to go back to the Smokey Slate, actually. Did you give him an oyster? Oh, 30 is, yes, pearl, isn't it? Yes, pearl. Did you get a pearl necklace, Amanda? So, Miss Helen from Australia, how did you find me? I have a sister called Helen, so, but her name's Helen Joy, not Helen Rose. And what part of Australia, what side of Australia are you from? Yes, did you have oysters for dinner? Okay. Okay, we're just getting backgrounds down. Oh, now, is Kay watching? Kay used this stamp set the other day. Sorry, she hasn't got a channel. She sent me a picture. And it did remind me about how good this stamp set is, and I should use it a little bit more. Oh, he's ordered a pearl necklace. Oh, that's lovely, Amanda. Oh, that is sweet. Just looking through videos. I'm in Newcastle, New South Wales. Ah, so are you a bit of a crafter yourself then, Helen? Yes, they do look a bit like planets, these do, but at the end, hopefully by the end of this, they won't look like planets anymore. I'm going to cover them with flowers and leaves and things. Hi, Mary. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Paula. So we've got a few Australians have woken up.
What time is it in Australia right now?
Depends what part you are.
Oh, right.
So they're 11 hours. Some of them are 11 hours ahead. Some are 10 hours ahead, I think. Because Australia is so big, they have different time zones. And there's one place, it's like half an hour between. So instead of being an hour ahead, they're like half an hour ahead.
Wow.
I know, that'd be so confusing, wouldn't it? That'd be like Cornwall deciding to be like half an hour behind us, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Or Norwich, or Norfolk. Yeah, Amanda, that'd be you, wouldn't it? Norfolk could be half an hour ahead of us.
I said to my sister the other day that Wales was 2 years behind England.
Ooh.
Used to be with films, do you remember?
Yeah, yes,
cinema,
yeah.
Films would always come
months
after they'd
yeah,
been out. So.
Yeah. Hi Tracy, I am using Tranquil Thoughts and Circle Celebration.
9:51.
Yeah. Australia is a big place. Oh, I know. It's in the morning. I hope to get Tranquil Thoughts. Ah, good, Paula. Yeah, I think you would like it. Okay, so I'm just going in with some leaves now. I know what, let's get you in a bit closer so you can see what I'm doing with these leaves. So to try and make the most of all the different shades of grey that I can get here, 3 shades of grey, I'm doing stamping off, and I have got my piercing mat under here, and I don't necessarily need it because they are red rubber. They're in the back of the catalogue. Tom, can you have a look at the back?
Yeah.
They on one of the accessory pages. Tom's having a look at me. Stampin' Up! Sell It. Yeah, it's a Stampin' Up! One. And I tend to use 2 at a time if I'm stamping on two pieces of paper. Hello, Mr. Bobby. Lovely to see you.
Are they called piercing mats?
They're called the...
There's impression mats.
That's... No, not that one.
The impression mats try and look like other mats. No. So I'll keep looking. No.
Oh, sorry. They're maybe not listed in the catalogue. Sorry, but they are still available. Hold on. I don't know if I've got the number on here. Yes, sorry. They are. So can someone find the number? They are available online, but they're not pictured in the catalogue. Sorry, Tom. If you've got one of the Stamparatus mats, you can use that. Thanks, Sharon. Yes, they're not in there. You're quite right. Tom, stop looking.
I'm looking now.
Oh, he's looking. Oh, he's looking at the catalogue now.
Looking.
I had an idea about the retirement list, guys. So I think I'm going to have a competition for who can name the most retired things that are going to retire. All right, so I need to précis that and just explain something. So Stampin' Up! Come out with a new annual catalogue every year. And normally it has been June for the last few years that it's available to customers. But this year they're bringing it forward by a month. Anyway, so what tends to happen about a month before it comes out, as a demonstrator, I will get to see what's going to be in the new catalogue and therefore what is going to be retiring. So when a product retires, it means that it's basically not going to be available from Stampin' Up! In their general catalogue. It may come back in the sale, but it's not guaranteed. Okay, so it's basically where we say goodbye to quite a few products. And this is going to be the first year that I'm going to do this, but I'm thinking of doing a walkthrough of the catalogue. Normally, I do a walkthrough of the new catalogue, which I will do, but I'm going to do a walkthrough of the current catalogue and try and predict what I think is going to be going. All right. Now, I'm thinking if people can email me, and it's ruthtrice@gmail.com, a list of the stamp sets that they think are going to be going. So you're allowed to pick 10 stamp sets, and the people that get the highest, well, basically 10, I guess, is the highest, or the nearest to 10. If there are a few of you, I will put your names in a hat, and I will decide on a prize at some point and send that person a prize who could guess as close as possible. So now for those of you who live abroad, abroad from me, because I'm in the UK, the prize is probably going to be something like a card. But for those of you who are in the UK, I may actually put some retired items up for winning. So we'll see. And I know I have said this before, but I'm just going to say it again. June is my 10th anniversary month, so I've already started to plan some sort of fun videos for my anniversary month, and also maybe some prizes as well. Thank you, Miss Vicky. Feeling the love from Australia. Oh, Bobby, I've stopped crying. I've done it for 10 years now. I don't cry anymore. I ain't got no time for that. Okay, so what do you think so far? I know we're going very monochromatic here. So I've added on these flowers here from Fancy Phrases because they're so gorgeous. And now I'm thinking of adding a layer of black to this. Oh, Linda's trying to guess what 5 new colours are coming. Ooh, yay. Thank you, everybody. So I'm thinking now just maybe some little flowers here. So I've got the small flower from Circle Celebration. Even though I know it says Circle Celebration, we do have these cute little flowers. Oh, now you do have to make sure you ink up your stamp well. Oh, that is so pretty. Look at that. Just helps to bring it alive, doesn't it? These little flowers. It's like having floral spottage. Hi, Nessa. That is a good idea. Yes, make your sympathy cards before you need them. Yeah, because when you're sending them to people, yeah. I must admit, whenever I've been writing some recently, I've got quite emotional. Oh, these mini, yeah, they are super sweet, these little flowers. I do like having a small flower in my collection just to be able to add an accent. It's like putting on some, it's you know, like when we finish off sometimes cards with gems and things. It's like doing that, but just with a stamp. Oh, yeah. Well, Tom wants me to add some red. So I think I'm going to get my blend pen out in a second. I'm going to get my... So I'm just trying to figure out how my holder works here. Just trying to get the angle right. Sorry. Is there anything in there, Tom, that you've noticed in the catalogue? Have you had a good look at the... Oh, you like that one, do you? Mm. Well, if it carries over, I might get it. Have you seen the grandparents one in there? That's quite cute. Tom really likes that embrace each moment one with the they hold hands. He's a real sop, really. Tom is. Don't tell him. I said so. Tell Tom to do his own. Well, this was Tom's idea, Vicky. Yeah, I was
getting the new studio.
Yeah, can't wait to get in the new studio.
Start my own channel.
Yeah, he's going to start his own channel. Did you know that? He's not doing stamping. He's going to be... He's got a bit of a crazy collection of retro... Are they all retro?
Yep. Well, they're all sort of 80s and earlier.
Retro Christian comics. And so he wants to start a channel talking about them, going through them all. Are you going to give some sort of historical stuff as well to them?
Yeah. I'll have a think.
So basically, he's going to use my setup like this, film himself talking, and then just flip through the comics. Because he says there's nothing else like it on YouTube. So he's got a bit of a niche in the market, and he has collected so many over the years. He's not, sorry, I should rephrase that. He's a reader. He's not just a collector.
I've got rid of lots of comics, haven't I?
You have. I can actually hide under the bed now, can't I? Okay, I think we're going to stop there then for that.
All right, look at that.
So, do we want to add the colour, do you think, to the centre of these flowers? Or in a different way? Sounds good. Do you have the Cheeses of Nazareth?
By Spire Comics, yeah, probably. If that's the one you mean, or Barber Comics. That one was also called He's the Greatest. That's they released it.
Greatest.
Later. He's the Greatest.
As in G-R-A-T-E or G-R-E-A-T?
G-R-E-A-T-E-S-T.
Yeah, but great cheddar cheese. Oh, anyway. Hi, Ali.
But, yeah.
Okay, my darling. Bobby says hi. Thank you, Wanda. But where? Oh, I'm sorry, Nessa. Oh, sorry to hear that. Hi, Patty. Hi, Linda.
Oh, she did say cheeses.
Hi, Function of Light One. Yeah, she did say cheeses.
I thought you said Jesus.
No, cheeses. Cheeses of
no,
Nazareth.
I haven't got Cheeses of Nazareth.
No, never heard of that one.
Is that a joke or? If it's a comic, I've got to get it now. So.
Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to find the lid. Okay. So Tom, do you think I should colour in the centres of these flowers? Is that how you'd like envisage your a pop of colour? Yes, I was thinking that, Paula, too.
What?
Choosing
Yes,
dark
I
bits.
think you're right.
Inside here.
Yeah.
Right, so what sort of red would you like? Would you like a bright red or a sort of a darker red? I've got cherry cobbler.
I think
real red.
bright red or darker red. I have no idea. Oh, yeah.
Dear. Oh, I'm not sure.
No idea.
Not sure the nib on
You
that
see, the
one's
reason
very
for
good.
saying make a black and white card is because the hardest thing I find about cards is choosing colours.
You can choose pretty much anything really with Stampin' Up.
It's what you say, and that makes it worse for me.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm terrible at choice.
Well, you know what I do is I get the guys watching just to pick a number. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
They just pick a number and it refers to a number on my. So it's basically 1 starts there to 10, 11, and so on. And I just pick 5. Right, I'm breaking into the new pens because I like a new fresh nib. Okay, ready? Let's see. Oh, I should give this to you to do.
Oh, I thought you were going to just put it in the middle of the little black.
Oh. Yes, that is very true. So, my tip for choosing colours when you are new to card making or creating is you always pick a neutral. So for me, in my book, a neutral is a green sometimes, but certainly something in the browns or the greys. There you go. Or a black. So it's more like a shade really. But anyway, a neutral, black, grey, brown, one of those. And 2 other colours.
You're doing those as well.
Yep. What do you think? Or was that too much?
I would, yeah.
Just do the small ones.
I think just do this.
Just the small
I
ones.
don't know. Yeah.
I'll do those first then see how we go. Now some red stenciling, says Esther. Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, I quite like just the...
Just like the pop of red.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, Nessa, yeah. And it leaves such a gap, can't it? That person was greatly loved, you know. The only 2 Stampin' blends I have are Pool Party and Smokey Slate. There we go, Mindy, you'll be fine. So you can do all your colouring in with Pool Party. So what Esther is suggesting is then going over the top of this, maybe with a stencil, and doing red stenciling. So guys, do you prefer it the big bit blobs coloured in, or are you liking just the small? Oh, are people not into the stenciling, Sheila? Sheila always loves a stencil, Tom. You like the small colour, these small ones coloured in. Okay. Oh, missed one. There we go.
Let's do that.
Oh, what would I do without him, eh? Right, so I know what, I'll do a bit of stenciling just in a corner and see what you guys think of that. It's all a bit organised in here now, isn't it?
You've done well. I tell you what, you've done well. For a small space. I don't think you're going to need that whole studio. think there's going to be room for comics.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's quite dramatic. It almost makes it look a bit Japanese. Do you think? It's starting to look quite Asian. But I think anytime I do a geometric stencil, florals and geometrics to me always kind of scream Asian. It looks comic inspired. What do you think, Tom?
I think that's the best compliment you've had in a long time.
Oh, is it? What was that about Monica?
She shed. Oh yeah. To be honest, I'm looking forward. I'm quite happy for Ruth to get her studio, because it means we'll then have a dining table in the house as opposed to in the garden.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And that would be nice to be able to sit at the table.
Yeah.
Eat food and then play board games.
Oh yes. Sorry to hear that, Monica. I've just read your message. I'm so sorry. That's so sad. I'm just giggling at what Paul has just said. Oh, I wasn't sure about the stencil, but it looks fascinating. Who said fascinating? Who says that?
I can't remember.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Let's hope it's not someone watching your stream.
Oh, Tom and I have a bit of a giggle. There's
someone on telly.
Yeah, I think there was a character, like a comedy character, who used to say fascinating in the most unfascinating way.
Fascinating.
That's it.
Okay.
Like he was real geeky. So whenever I see the word fascinating, I hear in my head, I hear fascinating. There we go. Right, so I'm not going to do all of that. I quite like it. We could see what it's like in a slightly different... I tell you what I haven't used yet. Martina sent me. So if you've got the succulents die, I know Esther's got this, you can cut your own stencil. So Martina sent this to me very kindly, because I don't have that set myself. So let's see. So it's obviously a very different type of stencil here. It's got much more open spaces, but quite interesting to work with. And my brush is starting to run out of colour now, so it's not as strong. But there we go. So she's cut this piece of stencil out with quite a thick card, so hopefully it will last me a little while. But that is a good use of these types of very lacy dies that Stampin' Up! Are starting to come out with. They're very kind of on trend. So can't forget the corners. Gotta do the corners. There we go. Are you friends with... Oh, I nearly lost the red then. Are you friends with Vicky on Facebook, Martina? Thank you, Linda. Yeah, sorry, I am missing comments. Sue says, I didn't think I'd like it, but I really do. I know, it surprises us, doesn't it, sometimes, the results. Okay. So it's all about the layers. It's like onions, isn't it? Layers. Tom's not sure, I can tell by his...
I think, are you going to cut it in 4?
Oh yeah, this will get cut up.
Oh yeah. You can see it when it's cut in 4.
Yeah, no, this will get cut. Well, to be honest, it might get cut into 6 because that's.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm quite interested in going over again with some black.
Again.
It's all about the layers. Kay says hi, Tom.
Hello, Kay. Hello. Oh, is that?
Michaela's
Michaela's
Kay.
Kay, okay.
Yep. Oops, sorry, I left that up a bit. Just shout at me if the thing isn't in screen properly. Just felt like it needed some more black. Can you feel my warm mat, Tom?
Oh, I haven't got my feet on the floor. Oh, that is, yeah. It's,
Probably a bit too warm for you.
yeah.
But it's fine, you've got a hole in that sock, so it's letting in air.
Yeah. We're trying to be ruthless with socks, aren't we, at the
Oh,
moment?
we are just like, if it's got a hole in the sock, it's going. We have got more than enough socks in this house. Good day, Tom, says Vicky.
Good day. Well, good evening, Vicky.
Oh, Vicky, I was telling somebody your doggy story, and I went for a walk with a friend of mine and her children today, and Vicky told me a kind of funny, sad doggy story the other day. Anyway, so I told my friend it, and then she said that she went walking the other day and met up with a friend who has a dog, and normally she's with her dog, but that day she wasn't. And her friend's dog, like as soon as she saw it, it was like she called to him, and he came over. He was all happy to see her, but he was like looking around, going, "Oh, I can't remember the name of the dog now. Is it Mitzi? Miss Mitzi, I think." Like the dog was obviously like looking for the other dog, but she wasn't there at the time. And we were just talking about how dogs kind of like miss other dogs if they, if they are friends. It's so cute. Okay, so I quite like that extra bit of black on there. I am so tempted to use that little crosshatch as well. I do love that little stamp. Just do it, Jan. You don't tell them. Just do it. He'll thank you for it, really. Hi, Denise. So this is like, it's almost like a bit of a crosshatch, really. I'm just kind of looking for a bit of a gap or somewhere that needs a bit of interest.
You don't like gaps, do you?
Depends what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is an overall design, so.
Yeah.
I mean, it has quieter moments. There are quieter areas.
I noticed it in your craft room in the old house as well. Didn't like gaps.
Bit like under our bed, isn't it, Tom?
There's a big gap your side under the bed. It's only my side that's got comics under it.
Mind the gap. Right, let's go through the stamps, everybody, and then I'll move on to something else. So I used the small fancy phrases, that one, but I want to have another go and use that one. Quite a few from this one, Circle Celebration. Use that one. Don't tell Glenna there's spots in this one. That one and that one and that one. I know Glenna's watching. She likes the dots. Oh, now I didn't use any of those leaves, so I'll do that in the next one. Use that flower and that leaf there. Okay. Hi, Dolly. Hello, Dolly. Okay, let's move on. Let's do another one.
Doing another one.
I see them, says Glenna. I see the dots. Glenna sees the dots. Okay, let's just do something a bit different. Let's add the dots now. But I'm going to add a few stamps all in one go.
Right, Esther.
sister. Oh, Vicky's telling you the story she told me. Oh, so cute. Yeah, he remembered, didn't he? Oh, Tranquil Tide, did you say? You want me to do it with black and white and Tranquil Tide? Who was that said that? We're going for a monochromatic look, Desiree, because my husband said so.
You asked for a suggestion. I gave one.
Oh, Paula needs to get Tranquil Thoughts. Okay, sorry, I thought you were saying that I should use, not Tranquil Thoughts. Oh, sorry. I was getting muddled up between Tranquil Thoughts and Tranquil Tide then. Oh, my brain works overtime when I read these comments. Okay, let's have a think. Let's get a mid-grey in. Is Tom a paper creative too? When he tries. Yes, when he tries. He does drawings. I've got some of his drawings around the place, I think.
Years gone by. We've been looking at, I've been looking at old journals that I kept in comic style as opposed to just writing.
Yeah,
They're
when the children were little, he used to sometimes draw pictures of things that they got up to and what new words they were saying and that kind of thing. So he's been trying to scan them so that we can give the children their own copy, or have an electronic copy anyway, not just one copy. So he writes, don't you, darling?
I write a lot of sermons.
Yeah, he writes a lot of sermons. He does write poetry. Oh, can we have a poem? Oh, he always says this. Oh, I can't remember them.
Oh, it's late.
Oh. What's the one about belly button fluff?
I'm trying to think.
Martina says, Denise Halfpenny, you bet, and he's the most fastidious, precise stamper you can imagine. Martina, he's positively German, isn't he, in his approach? Okay, so I've just used the 4 in one go, just to kind of get an overall bit of a background down. And I think this time I'm going to stamp the flowers in a pale grey this time. So they're going to be a background instead of a foreground. Okay, so there we go. We've got the... So this is Smokey Slate now. So I've just used basic grey. So... Oh, I'll ask him when he comes back. He's just shooing the boys to bed. Or one boy to bed. Paula. Yeah, sorry. Martina is label male. So I should say that from time to time. Oh, does he write poetry too, Denise? Oh, I found a poetry book that I'd bought. Either I'd bought or be given, and it's aimed for children, but I hadn't properly read through it, and because I want May to sort of get into reading a bit of poetry and being able to critique literature and stuff. And it's just got the most brilliant little poems in it, and it's got some real classics as well. Sort of, it's got the Daffodils one by Wordsworth, and oh, I had an absolute brain I did not realise that, and I should have known that moment today. So one of the poems is by Shakespeare, and it's the whole one about in springtime, a ring-a-ding time, birds sing ding-a-ling. I think something like that. The birds sing ding-a-ling. And I've known that piece of writing for years and years and years, because it's quoted in Willy Wonka, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the old version, like the 1970s version film. And I just assumed it was just written by the scriptwriters, and it's Shakespeare. Duh! It's a complete quote of Shakespeare. Sorry, I'm sure some of you may have known that, but I didn't. And I was just like, oh, how did I not know that? Oh, I missed that, Deborah. Oh. Okay, I'm just wiping off the stalk here because I don't want the stalk. Oh, dropped it, so it's going to have to stay now. Okay, I'm probably not going to put these leaves everywhere. Because I've already stamped quite a bit. I'm looking for gaps really. But if I can't find one, I'm not going to just do it for just stamp the leaf for the sake of it. Unless of course I drop the stamp like I have done. Okay. Oh, there's a nice big space there. Okay, now what I want to do is bring in some really lovely florals. So I'm not sure if this is going to be too overwhelming, but I think it's going to be okay. I may just have to ink it up very carefully though. I need to look up that excerpt of Shakespeare. You never when you might need it for a quiz. Oh, totally, Denise. Yeah. I think if you just Google in springtime, the lovers something, which it kind of surprised me it was in a children's book because it talked about lovers, but then I guess the old-fashioned word for lovers is quite different from the way we use it nowadays. So okay, hope it's going to work. Okay, so because this is a very different type of ink pad, I am being a little bit firmer with how I apply the ink. Oh, Jan has Big Bang Theory Trivial Pursuit. Ah. I think one of my sons has watched loads of Big Bang. Okay, this is pretty much going to cover everything. Just saying. Would it, Martina? I was going to try and stay away from that stamp set because Esther just used it loads in her video. So if anyone wants to watch, if anyone really loves that Pretty Perennial stamp set, which I think there's not many people who don't like it. Esther's just done a live doing, I think, 2. Was it 2 one-sheet wonders I think she did? Yeah, so over on Artful Stampin' Space, you can see the photos of the wedding that Vicky went to. And the bridesmaids were in Rococo Rose, weren't they, Vicky? So she'd been showing us pictures of like the cards that she was making for the wedding. And she matched them pretty well. Oh, sorry. So over on Artful Stampin' Space, which is my Facebook group, you can share pictures of anything that you've made after being inspired by watching my channel. We do have a chat area. So I've created the new chat area for March. So you're watching in March 2021, by the way. Or this video is being created in March 2021. And I have to do the new March birthday. Oh, great. The March birthday thread as well. I will update that. Yes, I'm thinking that, Amanda. I'm thinking of colouring those in a second, actually. Maybe not all of it, but... Night, Janet. Lovely to see you. Sorry, this is just taking a bit longer than I anticipated. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm going to have time to colour this all in, so I might just grab a stamp and see if I can faux colour in. Yes, I've provisionally booked the 13th, the 12th, Friday the 12th for me, and the 13th, Saturday the 13th, Bonnie. I was going to do a Friday evening thing to catch the Australians on Saturday morning, and any Americans that are around, and obviously if you're in the UK. So we're thinking of doing a Zoom thing. Right, let me see what I can colour these in with. So we've got this sort of blob here. I'm sure I've done this before with something, haven't I? Sorry, bad word. I'm just trying to find a stamp set that will colour that in for me. Oh, that'll do, I think. That one and that one, maybe. And if I'm going to be really cheeky and scrimp on time, I might even try and stick these so close together. That I just stamp once. You know what? I'm going to cheat. Okay, so what... Ooh, sorry. What colour? What colour? Ooh, I'm wondering whether to go for like a Calypso Coral. Go a bit more... Not so red. Oh, I'm organising it, Mary. Yeah, I'll put the information on Artful Stampin Space. Are you on there, Mary? Basically people who follow me on Artful Stampin, Heidi. Yeah, so yes, you are allowed. And hi, Nydia. It's not cheating, says Martina. Okay, it's not cheating, everybody. It's just stamping. It's just a process. And then of course we've got that little flower that I used for the grey earlier, and we could use that to do some additional little flowers. So I'm kind of just aiming for these flowers that are already drawn on here, the bigger ones. Okay, so that's just a quick way to get some colour then onto your black and white and monochromatic thing. I do like these black leaves. Sorry, these leaves, and I'm thinking of stamping those in the black. Hi, Janice. I think these would be very striking. Oh, yeah. Hi, Melanie. Just noticed you there. Who else has just come in? Who hasn't said hello yet that I've noticed? Actually, I don't think I've said good evening to Miss Cindy Nielsen. I have mentioned you, but not said hello. Anyone else that I've not said hello to? Okay, hi Tina. Okay, fan club, give the thumbs up, says Samantha. Sorry, says Linda. Who are you calling fan club? Me groupies. Are you my groupies? I do like the addition of this other type of foliage. You know, I have said this before, you know, when you're doing floral arrangements, you know, you don't tend to just use one bit of foliage, one type of foliage. It's nice to use others as well. And because I stamped those floral images in the black, it kind of goes, it just sort of makes it fit like it's part of it. So it works great. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Lisa. Caught alive, woohoo! Okay, so that looks lovely. Oh, missed a spot though. This one doesn't have a leaf. Okay. Okay, so what about we just bring in a little bit of dottage in the black in some of these other areas. Some of these quieter areas, and also anywhere that needs a splodge covering up. Haven't got too many apart from that massive splodge there where I dropped the ink pad. Did Tom pick this idea out? Yeah, he basically suggested black and white and a pop of colour because he said he struggles to pick colours. So he likes the idea of just keeping it simple. So, yeah. He gets a bit stressed out having to choose lots of colours. So I think he did watch me do the other one. So it's given him, given him an idea of how to approach things. Right, so do I need any more colour on there? You know what, I'm so tempted just to put a little bit more colour, but I'm going to be very careful, not add too much. I'm going to use my favourite little berry-like stamp here. Thank you. Oh, they would, Denise. Yes, they would. So I'm going to bring you in for this one. Thank you, Ali. Just put some little some of these. Just tuck them in different places. Don't have to be the same place every time. You go with your gut at this point. Now you've kind of covered, thank you, Jane. Now you've covered most of the paper. You just go with your instincts and think, oh, okay, where's there a gap? Where can I slot something in? Glenna goes, whoa, close up. Close up. No, what am I thinking? What do Wayne's World say? Oh, Wayne's World, Wayne's World. Close up, close up. Oh, red would be pretty. Yes, I did red on the last one. I will show you the first one I did. Yeah, you could do red. So the idea is it's black and grey. So monochromatic plus a pop of colour. And sometimes it is nice that when maybe your brain is a bit frazzled and you can't think of colour schemes, just go simple. Because I think sometimes you need to do something that's not too taxing on the brain. So, okay. How's that looking? It is very vintagey looking. You know what will top it off? Do I have it? Do I have it? I do. Just a little bit of very Versailles, because I know what, I've got a feeling about this stamp set. It may go. Don't know. It's one of those. I'd be surprised if it does, and I'd be surprised if it doesn't. Like, I wonder if they might make way for another type of stamp like this. What do you guys think? Do you think it's staying or going? Thank you, Martin. Michaela. I've got a feeling Waterfront's going though. I have a feeling that one's definitely way out. How would I do this into cards? This is pretty... This sort of design you could do so many different options with because it's a kind of overall design. So you could cut this into 4s, into 8s, 6s, 3s, lots and lots. It's not, I haven't kind of, in my head, I've not thought of what the configuration is going to be, so it's very much an all-over design. Oh, Edith, you were having trouble enjoying it at first. I'm colourblind to grey till the black and the colour came in. Ah, that's interesting. Oh, just dropped it then. Okay, so that's understandable. Yes, you wouldn't really be enjoying it up to the grey bit. What? It's Linda's birthday? When's your birthday, Linda? Today? Well, happy birthday, Linda. Well, Jan's enjoying this one. It's super vintagey now, isn't it? Very, very, very vintagey. So this one we've gone very vintage, and the previous one we kind of went Asian. So this is the first one. Now we did experiment with a couple of different types of stenciling. So on one of them I used the die cut from the Succulents set, and also this is the stencil from the Dragonfly suite. It's like laser cut paper. So that's what I used on that area there. Okay, as I say, so we went kind of, yeah, almost Asian-y looking. And then that one. Right, I'm going to call it a day there, guys, tonight. I think we've done an hour. And I think I'm ready for some rest. Although I made the mistake of eating nearly a whole chocolate bar with Tom earlier. I just fancied some chocolate. And I found a chocolate bar that's got like salted pretzel pieces in it. Oh, Oh my goodness, I just could not stop eating it. So then I sort of had a bit of a sugar rush. Like when I started this video, I was a bit like, woo, feeling a bit high on sugar. So now I'm going to probably crash. Right, so let me know in the comments, guys. Do you prefer a more kind of vibrant reddish, you know, a bolder colour to your monochromes? And let me know what you think about the colouring of the flowers as well. I guess it's just two different options, isn't it? So there's the one option to colour in the flowers, sorry, the larger flowers, or just the small ones. So we did have a little go at it there. And yeah, and then this one, which is much more kind of vintagey because I use that larger flower stamp. This one here, this beautiful one here. Right, so let's quickly go over the colours then, everybody. We use Basic Grey, Smoky Slate, and the Tuxedo Black. Those were the main colours that we used. Turn that way so you can still see it all. Then for this one we introduced some real red, so I used the light real red Stampin' Blend, which is a really lovely kind of saturated red. It's really gorgeous. And then this one we used Calypso Coral as the additional colour. So it's kind of towards the orangey tones, but it's not super duper orange. It's okay, you know, it's not too in your face. Right, so then, bye Monica, lovely to see you. Yes, and we're sending big hugs, big hugs over to you. So I use very Versailles just at the end, just for the text script there. So that's very Versailles, or Versailles, depending how you want to pronounce it. All Things Fabulous, I just use that flower, and then that is actually meant to be stamped on top of that, but we used it to colour in my roses because it's not cheating, it's just stamping. I think that's going to be a new phrase, Martina. It's not cheating, it's stamping. So, Circle Celebration, used quite a bit of that one. Used the line, dashy line one, the moon one, the spottage, and then those as well. So those are scattered in amongst this one. It's not so obvious anymore. See you, Dylinda. Okay, and then we've got Tranquil Thoughts, where I used those quite a lot. Love this leaf. Such a pretty leaf. Love flowers. And then Fancy Phrases. Oh, excuse me. Use that big flower on that one, and then use a smaller flower on that one. So it just goes to show that you can kind of mix up stamp sets that perhaps you wouldn't normally think of mixing them up, but you know, have a play. Have a play. Good night, Nessa. Big hugs to you too. And if there's anybody out there who hasn't mentioned any sadness that they're going through right now, please know that we are sending lots of love to you. I know not everybody talks about the sad things that are happening in their lives always because they don't feel they can, but please know that we care, and the world's a tough place out there at the moment, so I'm happy to provide a little bit of joyful relief, creative relief for those of you who enjoy this type of thing. But please do reach out if you feel able to. You don't have to give details. You can, if you're interested and you would like some prayer, there are lots of people on here who pray. So if you just want to say, hey, please say a prayer for me, please do say that. And, you know, that's all you have to say. You don't have to give information. But yes, it's a tough old world out there. So, and yeah. Right, lovely to see you all. Thank you, and so much. Thank you for the thumbs ups as well. and keep them coming in. That's a great way to send me a little hug and a thank you for what I do. Obviously, if you've seen anything that you like anything you've seen that you like and you'd like to purchase, please do click in the link below. It's in the description. So if you don't know how to get to the description, you just get rid of the chat here, and then you click on this section here, which is like a triangle going down. And so later on, this section will be updated with all the information of the colours and stamp sets and so on used. And then if you scroll down, there's the link for the shop. So all you have to do is click on there. Now I hope this works. There we go, internet. And that will take you through to da 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 da. Yes, there it is. So that's the Stampin' Up shop. So there we go. Oh, apparently I've got things in my basket. Oh yes, I did have stuff in my basket. I was going to order the butterfly, the new butterfly, this beautiful new suite. Apparently it is so popular that they're going to have to wait for some more shipments in. But I'm not sure if they've turned off ordering. Hold on, something's back ordered. You may still be able to order it, but it's just back ordered at the moment. So I think Stampin' Up probably knew this was going to happen because there were a lot of demonstrators who bought it last month. So if you're interested in this beautiful new butterfly suite, it is absolutely stunning, then do go and have a look at that. I am, though, going to be trying to focus a bit more on the beautiful butterfly set that's in the mini catalogue. So if you like butterflies, then stay put. And I've not forgotten that I know some of you are interested in me creating some templates to kind of help you cut up your one sheet wonders. So I am planning to do that at some point. You've got 2 packs of the butterflies. What, the paper? Oh, Michaela's already ordered another. You know what? I think there are quite a few people ordering 2 sets of those butterflies, so that one they can cut up and one that they can keep whole. I don't think I've ever known a stamp set like it. You know, I really don't. So I'm really pleased though, because it's been a tough year all around for people, and I'm just hoping that for some demonstrators, you know, it means they're going to get a few more orders, because there are demonstrators who've really struggled through the last few months. So there we go. Yes, please. Templates are so helpful. Okay, Amanda. I'm not sure if I'll do it tomorrow, because tomorrow's one sheet wonder I usually tend to do. So maybe Thursday I'll try and do that. Right, lots of love to everybody. Take care for now. Bye. Don't forget to give me thumbs ups. Thank you.